Do you know what? You actually just can't beat a fish taco sometimes, eh?
Yeah. If people are our greatest assets, I don't know if we do enough to understand what's in behind people.
You can't just throw them in plastic recycling or aluminium recycling because the plastic and the aluminium are stuck together.
Yeah, and the strengths approach would be not to try and fix that.
I've made an error. You're listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, Around the Dinner Table with Cherie, Cam and Lorne, where we chat all things food and business. Good morning. Welcome back to Around the Dinner Table.
Oh, thanks for having us, Sheree.
Nice to see you back, Lorne. It's been a while.
It actually has been a while, to be fair.
Hopefully you've bring some interesting foodie news with you this time.
Yep.
So today we've got our friend Josh with us for the podcast. He is from YellowUmbrella, and you guys would have heard us chat about strengths. We've actually talked about strengths in the last few podcasts.
Oh, have you?
Randomly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
Been listening to the wrong ones.
Wait, yeah, I think I talked about it with Mimi.
Oh, yeah?
I did,
okay.
yeah, we did. Just because we had a lot of the same strengths, so fascinating. So people will have a rough idea. But Josh is our people person, coach of strengths coach with the Clifton Strengths program that we do to personality profiling.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
So we can manipulate people better.
Manipulate them, yes.
To get what we need from them.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a selfish thing, right?
Well, no, it brings out the best in people, right? If you fill their cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we were talking about other week was how your number 34 strength is not your weakness, it's your top strength.
Yes.
Turned up that's your weakness.
Big time.
So people, we all found that to be quite true. When you say that, how it rings true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's often people's default too. They were like, oh, I want to know what's down the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me number 33, 34.
Yeah.
That must be weak. But no, actually it's that that dominance at the top that can get out of control sometimes.
That's turned up too loud. Yep.
Yeah, overemphasized.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your number 34?
Discipline. Or something like that.
No surprises
yeah,
there.
mine are all the organising kind of... I thought I had empathy very low, but I actually went back and it's actually not. It's in the middle.
Somewhere in there,
Yeah.
I think it is, in the teens somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a funny one, eh?
There or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're empathetic, though.
Well, I am, but I think I've maybe just become a little bit... My logical brain maybe overrules sometimes my sympathetic side or something. I guess I don't have much sympathy for people complaining about things they can change.
Right.
And I can appear unsympathetic because I'm like, we'll just do something different.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, oh, yeah, poor thing.
But if you get yourself away from the definition of empathy, the dictionary definition, and just think about what that is in terms of a pattern of behaviour, thought or feeling, people with empathy will far more feel their decisions.
Yeah.
And it'll be far more emphasis on how's that going to impact you, and kind of like sensing that.
Yeah, and reading what other people are feeling, even though you may not entertain it.
Yeah.
But like understanding...
Yeah, for sure.
How they're feeling or reading the room.
Yeah, not even agreeing with the way that they've gotten to the situation they have, but really kind of being able to put yourself in there because they feel that. Yeah. Yeah, great at nuance reading.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because it's got like quite a broad spectrum of ways you could take that.
The empathy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gallup will say it's the hardest one to explain.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that mystery to it in terms of where it comes from, but it's far more a gut instinct.
Yeah, okay.
And a tension on other people's emotions. Yep.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, so, I mean, do you want to give us a 1 minute, tell us about yourself?
Sure.
Yeah?
Intro yourself, intro YellowUmbrella.
Yeah.
I was thinking this morning about how to explain what I do. You guys are probably a good example of the various things that we kind of can assist with.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this, when I'm a surfer, right? And a bit about me, I grew up in Raglan, spent my days at the beach in the water, a lot of freedoms. If you're doing an exercise like surfing, the more you educate yourself around the way that a wave breaks, how the weather works, how swell operates, the dimensions of your surfboard, how that kind of fits into certain types of waves. The more you understand that, the better surfer you become, right?
Right.
I've been fishing recently. Bought a jet ski last summer. We can talk about fish dishes if you want to.
I've got that on my list.
Yeah. But the more I understand about like types of hooks and the fish and even the weather and tides, I'm going to become a better fisher.
Yeah, right.
Right, fisherman.
Yeah.
We could continue those analogies forever, but I don't think we do the same in businesses with people.
Right.
And if people are our greatest assets, I don't know if we do enough to understand what's in behind people.
Right.
I also was thinking the times that I've recruited for HR people, they often want to tell you how much they love people. Oh, I want to be in HR because I love people. And it's not like I don't love people, but I'm not in love with people. I'm in love with kind of understanding people and helping others understand people.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think we don't put enough attention to it. And there's a lot of gains to be had when you use a tool like Strengths, which is the main tool we use. It's not the only thing we use, but that gives that depth of understanding that then gives you a better leverage around how you work with people.
Yeah, it's an incredible tool, and to use the positive, like it's like focused on positive psychology rather than like pulling out what people aren't so good at.
Exactly.
Which is what I really like about it.
Yeah.
It's always uplifting. It's always positive. It's always like, wow, I can make sure that I know what I can do to make sure that that person feels good coming to work.
Yep.
And sometimes it's a real easy thing you can do, like just say, well done, that's amazing, or giving people a competition they can win, or
For sure. Yeah.
Or leaving people alone, or
giving people time, giving people space.
Yeah,
it's
letting people deliberate, or giving people challenges that they need to solve real fast.
Yep.
Everyone's different. Yeah.
Yeah, when we do the strengths assessment, we quite quickly want to bring people to this thing we call the bring needs sheet, which is a very, I think, clever but simple way of summarizing what the strength brings to the table, but also what it needs. And I think that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Is it's the cheat sheet to like, oh, you need more time to think versus you need more time to think out loud with me talking, soundboarding. Yeah. And so if we treat everybody the same, we might not get the same result.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant as well, just as like a tool to reconcile stuff with. Like if someone behaves in a certain way, like we might have done this session and done the strengths and done all that sort of stuff, and it just like starts giving meaning to people's actions or like reasons behind people's actions. And you might not even make a drastic change in the workplace in the first month or 2 months or 3 months, but all of a sudden you start sort of just like putting the pieces together and going, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Thing
It
you
gives
say
you
about
a pointer to look for.
Yeah,
Big
what's
time.
that thing you say about intention and
behavior versus intention.
Behavior versus intention.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always stuck with me because you have to like look through the behavior and
Big time.
see the intention that people have.
Yeah,
because
where they're coming from.
usually there's a good intention behind it.
Yeah. For example, empathy, the intention is to kind of make sure that we're aware of other people's emotional state and that we keep things, we make great decisions in consideration to people. But that might come out in a different way that you don't understand. Behavior versus intention, that's the behavior part is often comes from frustration. Yeah. In fact, our frustrations indicate our strengths.
Yeah.
There's always a frustration that you can kind of assign to a strength. Like your activator. Yeah. Thinking is synonymous with movement. You want to jump in, you want to get going, you can't sit still for too long. That frustration is seeing other people moving slowly. Yeah. And go, what the fuck are you doing? Very much so. and vice versa, your behavior of impatience looks like behavior until I understand the intention. Yeah. And then when I see that you've got this activator strength and that's where you thrive, sometimes it's still going to annoy me, but it's going to be a lot less impactful on me because I'm going to see where the intention is coming from.
The intention is good, but it's,
Cherie wants to get moving because she wants to think better.
Yeah. So, and it just lets you sort of slow down and be like, okay, let's let Cherie move for half an hour. I'll get back to my deliberation in half an hour. but for now, Cherie has to move, so let's start moving.
Yeah.
And it
get her something to move on.
Yeah. Give her something to do in the meantime.
Yeah. Which is often go cook lunch. That's one thing that we've found, or I've found anyway, is like if I want to talk to Cherie, we can't sit down in front of like a computer screen and talk for more than like 5 minutes. It'll be like, I'll go talk to you while you're cooking food. And then if there's numbers that I need to show you, I'll show you after. But as long as you're cooking food.
My hands are
there's
busy.
something in the movement.
Yeah.
That's what it's so intriguing about Activator. Yeah, sure, it's a strength because you've got bravery and courage to just jump in. Most people will do more thinking and worrying, but just jump in and get started. Real, fail fast.
Yeah.
But also, thinking is synonymous with movement. So that movement in cooking is perfect, right?
Because it doesn't even have to be exactly with the problem that she's solving. There doesn't always have to be movement there. It's just
something's happening.
Can't be sitting still. It was so funny. We were doing like an ADD or ADHD test.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah. It was just like the government one. What is it? The New Zealand one. Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
It was like, I thought the highest score was like 20 or something like that. And we had to do the test for Cherie. We had to ask her the questions.
Is it out of 18? Something like that?
Oh, no, Cherie got like 23 or something. I was telling everyone that the highest score was 20 and she got higher than the highest score. And it was like, we were sitting there like...
That's so funny. ADHD needed the questions read out.
Literally. It was like, there was a question, we were sitting around at the desk and she literally got up and was walking around while we were trying to do this. And the next question was like, do you struggle to sit still for long periods of time? As she was like getting out of her chair and wandering around. Yeah. Activator or ADD? Who knows?
I've got this real thing at the moment with slime.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't stop watching slime videos.
Yeah,
I just dream about slime. I've ordered all this slime off Temu, and I just makes me so happy. And I've just got slime in my hands. It's just so
that might be a bit of that kinesthetic learning, right?
I'm really into it.
Yeah. Did you find at school you were fidgety, a stress ball might have helped you to focus?
Yeah, I don't think I was that bad though. I don't think. I was saying to you that I think I'm getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
And I think that's a product of the environment around us moving so fast. But I lost my Kindle 3 times last night, and I just wanted to read my book, and I just couldn't find it. I found it in the garage on a shelf, and I'm like, I retraced my steps 3 to 4 times.
You lost it 3 times.
I just kept putting it down, and then I remembered finding it in my boot of my car, and then I must have reminded myself to put the rubbish in the boot of my car. So I put the Kindle on the shelf in the garage while I put the rubbish in the boot of my car. Then lost my Kindle again, and I'm back looking for it another hour after I just found it. And it just frustrates the hell out of me. I'm like, why can't I just not be like that? Yesterday.
I can see that happening.
Yesterday, I went to I did make a bacon and egg pie with the kids for Matariki this morning. So I was like, let's go grab some spinach from the garden to put in the bacon and egg pie. So I bought the bacon and eggs, left them on the bench. I went to pick the spinach. I was like, the tomatoes need staking. So off trying to find trying to find sticks to stake the tomatoes. And then I've done all the weeding in the garden. And then I've pulled out the costume box to find something to stake my tomatoes with. I've used a witch's broomstick to stake. 2 hours later, we haven't even started the bacon and egg pie.
I'm loving this. Because that's the divergent thinking that's in your strengths. The strategic thinking, the ideation, that's all divergency.
And adaptability.
And ADHD and others, I think, I'm no professional, but I think is about neurodiversity.
Yeah.
Right? And your people that are wrestling with autism, ADHD, even dyslexia is somewhat of a neurodivergent way of moving through the world, which means you go something over here, something over here, something over here, and then it doesn't look like focus.
Yeah.
And then, there's something wrong with you. But actually, if you mapped it from a positive psychology perspective, it's what's right. It's just kind of having a freak out at times or not quite working in certain areas.
How I've always looked at it. I've never been I need or want to change. I just need to roll with it.
And in a business perspective, you just need the right people around you that A, can put up with you, and B, can then clean up around the edges or put the blinders on when the blinders are needed for short periods of time and all that sort of stuff.
I am struggling at the moment, like with things getting, like my memory, like I'm missing a meeting a week and they are in my calendar with reminders. And
at least you're consistent.
Tell myself.
So one a week.
3, you're going to go. And when I book my meetings, I check the like I know, I'm like, right, that'll be on my way home.
Yeah.
And I just maybe that's just age though. Like
could be age. I like that. I like the idea of like the environment. You know, we're now seeing things on screens very quickly, and you can jump from this and that, and maybe that might then find your brain a little bit more like over here. I don't know.
The memory things are a real pain. Yeah. I think everyone's just starting to expect that I'm going to forget things now, and I really don't like that.
Yeah, and the strengths approach would be not to try and fix that, to manage it, and then to also maybe more intentionally go, well, if I do need to be focused right now, what do my strengths need in order to kind of aim myself at that thing?
Go get your slide.
Because other people, and probably more of an old school approach would be, you're broken. And we need to fix that. So let's put a lot of energy and effort into fixing that, when actually that there's not a lot of ROI on that. I think we could shift it to some degree. We're not trying to fix it. We're going, well, actually, part of that is a strength. How can we refine it more? And if this was a coaching session, I would want to bring out your strengths and say, well, what other strengths? Like your adaptability needs a deadline. So what urgency are we putting on certain things if you want outcomes?
True.
Because if everything feels urgent, then you'll go everywhere.
Yeah.
One thing to be urgent at a time.
If nothing is clearly urgent, it won't happen.
All right, we'll move on from that. We'll move past that, and
talking about food.
Let's talk about food. Where should we start? What's the best meal you've had lately? What's the best thing that's been on your plate?
On my plate at home?
Either or.
Yeah. Well, I said that I've been getting into fishing.
Yeah. You're quite into it, eh? On the jet ski?
Well, I always have kind of dabbled, but...
did you used to do kayak fishing, or did I imagine that?
No. I probably would have thought about it. But then come summer, my teenage kids now, like... You can't just take them to the beach and build sandcastles anymore. That's just not the thing.
They needed something else.
Yeah, so that was a motivation. Get something that I can get them out and about on.
Yep.
They're not into surfing and things, so that's
jet ski.
Jet ski, perfect.
Jet ski's fun.
Yeah,
and
that's fun.
Teenagers, they can drive it themselves and kind of be a bit independent with it.
Freedom there.
But I got the Fish Pro.
Right.
So it's got a wider hull. You can fit more people on it. You move it around a little bit.
On it, a bit more stable.
So a bit of fishing. So, yeah, I think it's been the snapper.
Where do you go out fishing? Just on the beach? Or do you take it down to...
I've got a depth finder, like a fish finder. Yeah. And so I'll go to 20 metres deep out from Matakana. There's a spot out there that I like to go. I've caught a few fish there, so it kind of becomes your spot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Mortity.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like a 20-minute...
Quite
jet
far.
Ski.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah.
You get out there and you're on your own, and you go out with other people, one other person on the jet ski's not bad.
Yeah.
But by myself,
cool.
Go out for 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the snapper?
Yeah, so most of it goes into tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You actually just can't beat a fish taco sometimes, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Maybe cooked in a different way, like batter or
crumb,
pan fried or crumbed or whatever we're feeling at the time.
Yeah.
But you know the dish that I think was surprisingly easy, and because I'm not a cook, so but I do love it. Is it a escabeche or something like that?
Escabeche?
Escabeche, yeah. Do you know escabeche with fish?
I know the word.
So fennel, radish, onions, capers, dill, and vinegar.
Yeah. Did you do it on raw fish? Or
No,
did you
so
cook
I
it and then
cook
make
it.
a sauce?
Yeah, I cook it. It kind of says cook it and then just dump everything on top.
Yeah,
but I kind of want it warm, like a little bit cooked.
Yeah.
So I'll cook one side and then flip it.
Yeah.
And then dump everything else on top. And it kind of simmers in the.
That sounds great.
Oh, it's so good.
You'll love the caper and dill butter, that smashed caper and dill butter to cook the fish in,
Yeah, right.
Just like finish it with a nice lump and give it a nice bath in the...
Yes.
Yeah, smashed caper, dill, lemon. There's like a little bit of salt, some other secret bits in there, but it's real nice. Very nice. Nice to cook crumb fish too, actually. And that new salt. We've been working on a new salt. I'll give you some. It's very good. We've been smashing out some Christmas products. You've had a go at a few of them, eh?
Yeah.
You've been lucky enough to have a sneak peek into...
Not going to mention, but yeah. One of those went into the fish batter last night and it worked a treat.
Yeah, so, I reckon I was actually, when you said that, I was like, oh, that's going to... I want to start a beer batter mix. I was wondering if we'll have time to add that into the summer range. But using that product specifically would be good, actually. You could use one of those products from the Advent too. We could do 2 flavours. Oh, there's just unlimited possibilities.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do you see the ideation strength? It's just the ideation strength. Once you start, it doesn't stop. By the way, pair a beer with that.
Yeah, yes.
Because I sit there with the pre-mixed batters and go, which beer? But if you were able to advise on like, even if it was a few different types of beer that you like.
Yeah, double brown.
Are you going for an IPA or are we?
Interesting.
Is there even a difference?
Interesting.
Wouldn't know. So get me around for some taste tests on beers.
Will do. I've got some ideas with that. Yeah, okay, cool. That's good. What about you, Lorne? Have you had any...
I can't remember if I talked about pork belly burnt ends last time I was here. Last time I was talking about this because you banned me from talking about porchetta, so I had to cook something different. So I did pork belly burnt ends, which is so mean. So did that again, and I actually managed to cook pork belly burnt ends, chicken wings, and like sausages for the kids on the little Weber kettle barbecue, and I was quietly stoked with that. Because that's like a lot of admin in different temperatures to figure out, and I managed to nail it. Just quietly patting myself on the back.
Good chat.
Like 6 hours of cooking there.
Yeah. Well, it's moving parts, isn't it?
I reckon I like the pork belly burnt ends better than the porchetta. And
really?
Everyone else probably disagreed with me because it felt naughty. And I'm like, but it's exactly the same meat. Like, you've got a little bit of sauce on it. Why is it more naughty?
I think maybe because when you cook that porchetta for so long, you render some more of the fat out.
Yeah, but heaps of the fat renders out of the burnt ends as well. You're cooking that for like 6 hours.
All right. Okay.
Maybe not 6 hours.
That's good to know. I do like a burnt end as well. As long as did you get crispy skin on it?
No, because you didn't cook burnt ends the way that you're supposed to cook.
No, I didn't, because if you cook burnt ends the way you're supposed to, you waste the whole crackle and you don't get crackle on the pork thing. Yeah. It's a waste of a piece of meat. So I actually
burnt your pork belly
outside and then chopped it up and then put them in sauce.
And it looked disgusting.
Yeah, but it tasted better because you got the soft juicy pork
disagree.
and the crispy
So you deliberately burn it?
No, Shree just can't not burn
It's
stuff.
like usually the ends of the pork, right? It's usually the end, and you cut it up into bits and put it into a sauce.
Right.
Like a sticky barbecue sauce or something.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't burnt. I used dark soy sauce and it looked real dark. So it was, So what did the skin? You just eat the floppy, loose skin?
Well, because you're cooking it so long and so hot and all of the, it's wrapped up and in sauce, it pretty much just turns into nothingness. Like you can barely even...
it's just not nice though, is it?
Well, it's just like... I don't know. It doesn't turn rubbery or anything like that if you cook it properly.
Okay, so I'll have to try it, but...
Bits of delicious meat.
Saucy. I went to this restaurant in Sydney. I've just been in Sydney for the weekend, Da Orzario, and everyone told me to go there for the porchetta. It's a porchetta and a pizza restaurant, and they reckon Totti's is the most overrated restaurant in Sydney. Go to this place, and they have a porchetta, and I did not like it at all. I think yours is 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
Whoa. It was like floppy, like it was how the Italians do it, which is like real quick, real thin.
Thinly sliced.
And then they must just heat the thin slices up, and they're kind of like, they're quite chewy and rubbery. The flavour is beautiful, real oregano, lemon. But the meat was like not on point. It wasn't tender. It was like,
interesting.
Like quite chewy.
Yeah.
No crackling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not impressed.
But it's cooked and then it's cold and then they slice it, eh?
Yeah, they must do it, and then they must reheat the slices in some sort of like brothy kind of thing. But it basically was just a plate of. I took a video. I'll show you.
Yeah.
But I was told to go there by like 6 people, so I don't know what the buzz was, but everyone's like, Totti's is the most overrated restaurant. I think Totti's is fantastic. So here we go. Here's the that's the pork.
Oh, okay. You're right. So
that's just like flappy slices.
Interesting.
Okay. Beautiful vodka rigatoni.
Yeah.
But that pork was like so basic.
Interesting.
Interesting, eh? Thinly sliced. That was like a $60 plate of pork.
Deepers.
I know.
Should have done pork belly.
Just downtown Sydney?
I would say it was in Bondi.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon it was the worst meal we had.
Okay.
Which is a bold call.
Bold call.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We're
maybe
cancelling that, are we?
I'm not going to cancel it. It was just interesting that all my foodie friends told me to go there.
Right.
And I just didn't.
Did they tell you to have the
it.
porchetta?
Well, that's what they're famous. We had the porchetta, we had a pasta, we had a garlic bread and a burrata.
Okay.
So we got a bit of everything. The pasta was lovely, but it was nothing.
What's up with that in restaurants? Is it just that these dishes come out one-off bad, or they tend to, if it's not great, then it's consistently not great?
Or is it just your expectations of what the dish is going to be don't line up with what is served? Like if someone told you that it was going to be like that.
Maybe I'm very accompanied with the way we do porchetta, which is super crispy skin, beautiful, tender, falling apart meat.
And you had a picture in your head that's what it looks like.
When I think of porchetta, that's what I think of. But like in Italy, that is right. That's how they do them. They slice them thin like that. It's different. But then this is Totti's. We just had this beautiful meal, real simple, like burrata with chili crisp, pickled veg, like beautiful garlic flatbread, some nice anchovies, and then incredible pastas. And it's like Totti's. It's very much the place to be. It's like Alpino on a Friday afternoon, but like
Sydney.
times 1,000 Sydney
right, sure.
But I went back to Mimi's and had a beautiful meal there. I just love that again. I think that's great.
Nice.
We actually just ate too much food though, like.
No way, that's not like you.
No, what was...
That's weird.
I'm so surprised.
We overdid it, yeah.
You overdid it.
I'm always surprised seeing all of your food that you eat through a day. I'm like, how do you get through this?
I know.
Is it one bite a plate and then you move on, or what?
I've been terrible lately. I've been in the food season, so I've put myself on a 500-calorie diet for the next 8 weeks.
That's why it's
going to last 1 week.
Well, I know, as long as it lasts a few weeks. God, I've done some damage.
Nice.
Do you know where we did go though? Alpino, Cambridge. Have you ever been there?
Yes. Yeah, I have been.
That was actually really good. We went on the way to the airport on last week, Tuesday, and we sat down and we really had a Prosecco and did not make it to the airport that night.
No way. Had a Prosecco,
A Prosecco, and that just really lifted the spirits. And so we had a grand old afternoon in Cambridge and then had to get to the airport at 4:00 the next morning.
Oh, wow.
Flight.
And you didn't make it?
No, we made it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was just 4 a.m. drive and like it was not not our finest hour.
Wow.
But yeah, we had a lovely day in Cambridge.
Yeah, it's a good location, eh? Like great. The building's cool.
Food was great. Yep. Actually, it was I'm going to say
they do a better limoncello margarita there than the Alpino one in the
There you go.
Yep.
I was just on the Proseccos, so I was happy as Larry. Trending food on trend, like, do you know what's funny about Aussie that I don't think we do as much here as the drinks. So,
right,
like,
yeah.
You don't drink coffee. You drink a flat white. I drink a long black. Like, we're fairly like basic.
Yeah.
And in Aussie, like you don't just have that. You have like a iced strawberry matcha.
Right.
That's the vibe. The cool drink at the moment is a strawberry matcha, iced strawberry matcha. And then like
strawberry.
But there's this whole whole other menu of drinks. There's this whole
milky
other
sort of
scene.
Iced.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't have it with real milk. It's like
oat milk.
So I'd ended up having an oat iced chai latte.
Is that just because the coffee's
these poor baristas, like, what was that?
I'm like, I feel like a long black's like not good enough. But they've got this.
You were ashamed to just keep it simple.
I was ashamed. I'm like, I'm basic. So I ordered like a long black and something else. And we tried the strawberry matcha. We were like, oh, this is horrible. But it's just, very much a culture there.
I couldn't.
Yuck.
It's not
so there's a long list of options.
A long list of options, but matcha was very much on trend in Sydney. Everyone was on the...
Soul Bowl has some matcha options that have those layers to it. Have you been in for drinks there? Like
nah.
Drinks, yeah.
I haven't, but it was just quite interesting. Like, I guess you get your coffee and go for your walk or whatever, and you have a...
Yeah.
Leave in the middle of winter, the iced. So there's this little cafe.
It's got 17 syllables to say the...
And they have...
But is it almost subbing out a meal?
I reckon so, because everyone's real skinny there. Like, people go... Every cafe
people
had like...
Eat food over there in Bondi.
No, they just love the exercise.
They just drink.
They just on the coffee and the walks. But this place, Harry's in Bondi.
You look that up. Obesity levels in Bondi. Let's see if her observation.
You're not allowed to live there.
Oh my God, this is a funny story. Because everyone loves the gym and swim club and what everyone. And they're telling me about everyone's on Ozempic now. I was like, my friends have stopped going to the gym because they just take Ozempic now. So they just stop eating instead of going to the gym.
What is this Ozempic?
It's this new weight loss drug.
Okay.
That was designed to help combat diabetes.
Okay.
But
just makes you feel full, right? It gives you
it makes you feel. Apparently, it makes you just stop thinking about food so much, and you don't have an appetite at all.
Okay.
So her friends and I was like,
Sounds
are they big? And she's
healthy.
like, nah, they just take those Ozempic, so they don't have to go to the gym. I was like, this is perfect.
Is this like a prescription?
So you've got Ozempic now?
To get some Ozempic.
So you can get them over the shelf on the shelf.
No, you have to go get prescribed. Yeah.
And what do you have to say?
I don't know. I've not got any.
Okay.
I'll try and get some. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll swap you with some.
I'll
swap you for some Ritalin or something.
So this place in Bondi, it's called Harry's, and they have this canning machine, right? So you get your coffee, and then they put it
into a can.
Into this can. So they make it in the plastic cup, and then they literally can it, and then you can crack the can and put your straw through. So you've got like a canned drink.
But it's specific for you.
Specific,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
Like
Customized can.
Customized can. So you can put your strawberry oat matcha in your can, crack the top, pop a paper straw in, and take it off on your walk.
Isn't
I may or may not do that with vodka sparkling waters.
I know. It's quite clever though, isn't it? Because
it's like a plastic. It's like those old school those fizzy water drinks that you could get in the plastic with the canned lids. That's crack up.
Yeah, it's actually like
Is it just Oh yeah.
So they're custom branded for this cafe. It's definitely looks like a bit of an institution. Like everyone goes to Harry's to get there.
And they seal it in the
they seal it in the can so you can take it, but it's got your ice cubes in it.
It's
quite cool. Like
the next level up from the bubble tea with the sealed top on.
That's the canning machine there.
Yeah, I bet you people love it just from the novelty perspective too.
100%.
Yeah, I 100% loved it. Like we're like, we need to get one of those oat blah blah blah.
Oat matcha strawberry latte iced in a can.
I know. Anyway, so that was my takeaway from perfect marketing. Do you reckon that would go down well here?
No.
Also,
maybe like Mount Main Beach.
It's quite terrible for the environment.
Well, population,
but I guess if you're having a takeaway cup, regardless,
Wellington, somewhere downtown Wellington,
recycle them. You can't just throw them in plastic recycling or aluminium recycling because the plastic and the aluminium are stuck together.
True.
You'd have to actually rip the whole can lid
off to recycle it. Very. Found it very interesting.
If the whole thing was a can, but then you would lose the whole being able to see the beverage in there. See the drink in there.
Maybe.
But anyway, interesting still.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to report from Sydney.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. Did some shopping. I kind of wish it was summer because I just love the beach there and the beach walks. And I just
was it cold?
It was cold. Well, about the same as here. Yeah. Maybe slightly warmer during the day. But then evening and morning, it got real cold.
Yep. Yeah, you can get tricked into thinking Australia is warm, eh?
Yeah.
down there is a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
It's not too dissimilar to here.
Yeah, it's not really that different unless you're like up north, I guess.
Where did you stay?
We got a little Airbnb in Bondi, a little 2-bedroom Airbnb. It was lovely, central, great. Yeah, it was good. Good to catch up with some friends over there. Chat business. Had a good chat about TikToks and comparing. Like, I'm trying to figure out why my TikToks are sort of not going very well.
It's because you don't have your face on them.
Well, maybe, but I'm also not using these written hooks that people are using. So I'm not putting writing on the
caption
because a lot of people must obviously watch with sound off. So I need like a written hook, like best dessert you'll ever try, or easy 5-minute reel.
Captions?
And I do captions, yes.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But I'm not using these like hooks.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently that's quite massive. So I'm going to give that a go.
Yep.
Also, TikTok shop is launching in a couple of months.
In New Zealand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, New Zealand, Australia, hopefully. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I need to ramp that up a bit to make the use of that because that will be good.
Is that people can see a product in a post and then
they can
click through and buy it?
They can literally buy it in the app.
Yeah, sure.
And
pay for it through TikTok.
Yeah, they'll take a cut, but you could get potentially a lot of new customers.
Yeah.
Rather than having to direct them through to your website.
Yeah, that'll be real interesting.
Because have you seen the new like phone technology where you can, if you're watching a video, you can pause it and then
just tap the product
and it'll search it, like search it visually and
go
and find it.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be deliberately connected or linked in by the poster. Just
wild,
or you like those jeans, click on them. AI will just go search.
Figure it out. Yep.
Yeah. So what you would have to put people and me through the TikTok shop.
Yeah, you just like we did the same on Insta Shop for a while, eh?
Yeah, but Instagram never really. It was different. But I think Facebook are bringing out Facebook Shop, which will be more like the TikTok shop in New Zealand as well soon. And then it will be like the whole purchasing process will be through Facebook or Instagram.
Very interesting how that's going to go.
But it seems like New Zealand gets that like a year and a half later than the United States because that's been in the US TikTok for ages.
Yeah, they've had it for ages over there.
Like whole brands have started. Like whole brands don't even have Shopify stores or websites. They literally just
run
have
through TikTok shop. Yeah.
So you run your whole business through TikTok.
So it was supposed to be out in July.
Questionable
so it's
decisions.
been delayed a few months, but yeah.
Questionable purchases.
Yeah.
Very questionable.
So just like in the moment, emotional decisions on like
one tap
I want
purchase.
That.
Yeah.
Bam.
It's kind of nice though, isn't it? It make you feel kind of nice.
There's a now I'm so fussy if there's a form I have to fill in automatically.
Like,
put my name, my first name and my last name. Fucking hell, no, not enough time.
Too many words.
If you have to get your credit card out of your bag, not happening.
Not happening.
Like give me give me a one tap payment.
And that's what Instagram does well is the autofill.
Yeah.
And then like
one touch, tap out.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Pay. I never had Apple Pay before. And now I do. That's a bit of a game changer too. That's
just use it to swipe or just a
double tap on the side. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, and at the shop.
Double tap, reads your face.
I was real slow on the uptake on that one. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that one.
Very slow on the uptake, yeah. I have like the kids' FPOS cards loaded up on there too because they never have them with them. And it's quite great because I've always got them now. So if they want something, they can tap their FPOS cards.
You can have multiple
They're square ones. Yeah, you can have them all loaded up.
That's good when your kids find your password to your phone.
Oh, I know. I'm scared of that actually. The other day, this kid's birthday in a couple of weeks. He wants to go to a hotel.
For the breakfast.
Yeah.
He told me that he was going to the zoo.
Yeah, I might take him to the zoo. He wants to go to build a bear.
Oh, that's right. He did tell me that as well.
Yeah, in Auckland.
Yeah.
So we'll go to Auckland for a few days.
He likes breakfast.
He loves a buffet breakfast.
Here's a shout out to the Intercontinental Hotels.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, my friend of mine's the general manager there. Just opened at the start of the year, I think.
Beautiful new restaurant, actually.
Beautiful new restaurant.
Had a few people
or something like that.
I've had a few people.
ADVIEH. I think it's Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Real like mean chef.
Yeah.
But I used to work in hotels, so I know a buffet.
Oh yeah.
And what they do as a spin on the buffet is you have a la carte and buffet. You just pay one price.
Yeah.
And then you pick like a nice sort of meal, like a breakfast salad or like eggs Benedict or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can also go up to the buffet, but it's not sloppy scrambled eggs and half-cooked bacon. It's like nice cheeses and breads and
fruits and
like even like salmon and stuff. And
interesting.
I'll have to go and check it out.
Yeah. You go back to your bedroom afterwards for sure, because you've just like eaten
too
two
much.
meals.
Yeah.
But when you're like, oh, should I get the one meal or get the buffet? Well, this one just doesn't even give you a choice.
Why not both?
I like
pay,
that.
and then maybe it's part of your room too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, shout out to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I'll have to go and try that. I don't spend much time in Auckland. I'm actually going to Auckland tomorrow for this Creator Con, which is I've made an error with this.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there's 2 different seminars. So you can sign up as a creator or a business, and I signed up as a business.
Yeah.
And I'm actually more interested in
You'll probably be able to change.
Meeting the creators.
Yeah.
2, learning how to create better.
Yeah.
Rather than as a business using creators.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about CreatorCon? What's up with this?
It's run by TikTok and Facebook.
A few agencies and stuff like that.
What's Meta? Who's Meta?
Meta is Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, right. So they're running all these seminars. See, I'm going to go well tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm getting one-on-one seminars with something I don't even know what it is.
I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just came here to make a pyramid scheme. I just want to create some more cons.
So it's, I don't know, there was 250 spots for businesses, 250 spots for creators. So it's at the Pullman, and they're running seminars all day for in the 2 different departments, and then there's sort of like a big dinner mingle thing.
Is it all sold out?
Yeah.
Damn, I've got a free day tomorrow too.
Oh, do you? Oh, well, we should have a look. You can have my spot. I'll try and sign up as a creator.
But you'll be able to switch to a different seminar, surely.
Well, I'm hoping so. When I go and register tomorrow, I might try and just literally switch sides, because I'm actually just going to try and wheeze my way in with creators. That was kind of like one of my main objectives of going. That's why they've separated the businesses, eh?
Well, I guess there might be like sort of marketing people that are trying to run marketing teams in businesses that want to learn stuff.
Right.
Or work with creators.
Well, I do want to learn, but it's like a whole day of seminars. It's like, that's a lot for me. I was actually just going to rock up with like 250 packs of peppermint to give to the creators, but imagine if all the businesses do that.
That's pretty crack.
I'm going to take a suitcase of hot honey and hand it out.
Handing it out.
Yeah, but do you know what I did realise though? Like,
not.
5 years ago, I knew all the creators.
Yeah.
Like Instagram, Facebook. Like I would have had a grasp on most food bloggers, or like just sort of interactive. But now there's just thousands. I genuinely don't think I'll know anyone who's going.
No way.
Yeah, I've like well and truly grown out of being.
Get your woo out. You'll be fine.
Mum influencer, you know. And now it's like it's all sorts. There is just all sorts going.
They'll probably know you though.
I don't think they will.
No.
Nah, because they're all quite young.
It'd be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Come as your security guard. So you might need some security.
Oh well, I'll see if I can bring you. It'd be nice to know someone.
Sold out.
I don't know. I'm like, what am I doing? This is going to be weird.
Yeah.
I was going to go up and stay, but
you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. As soon as you get there, you'll kick into gear and you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to get my like A game on.
Yeah, which strengths will you bring to the creator?
I will bring my woo strength all day tomorrow, Josh. I'm going to woo everyone I meet.
Beautiful.
And with my... And who's speaking? Brody Kane. I'm a great fan of Brody Kane, so she's speaking.
Yeah,
How to Dad's speaking.
Big name speaking.
Yeah, I actually only knew 2 of them. So,
would we call How to Dad a creator because he's on socials creating things? Yeah, okay.
He's
so where's the line between somebody that's just like posting shit
and being a creator?
My daughter, or
I guess the following. Does she have a following?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
People are interested. Yeah.
Yeah. What's her purpose? Like, are you a food creator? Are you a fashion creator? Are you
so you're really more narrowly targeting a certain product or.
I mean, there's certainly people who just put their whole lives up there for sure. But then there's like mumfluencers.
You know? I need to go. I need to be a better creator.
Oh, okay. Well,
I need to be a creator.
You need to be a creator.
Become a creator.
Yeah. Well. Maybe that's what the business.
What can you provide?
The business side of this maybe will help, like teach people what content they should be using.
Or what it might do is it actually might be really beneficial for you because do you position yourself as a creator, as Cherie, or are you Pepper and Me as a business creating content? Like, what's the end goal here? Is it like, because a lot of these creators will, like, the seminar will probably be like how to work with an agency, how to invoice, how to do this, and none of that matters to you.
I know. I'll go and ask. I'll do. It said there's like,
you want some inspiration, eh?
I just want to know like what people want to watch. I mainly wanted to meet people. Was like probably
networking.
The top aim of like if I can meet 20 new people that are creating food content that I can get Pepper and Me to. That's a great new audience to
yeah, for sure.
And then if I want to learn how to make my content more
good,
or like what are those little tricks, like that written hook.
Yeah.
What things can I add to my content to make it better without maybe necessarily putting my face in it or like what are the ideal time? Are there times I should be posting? Are there amounts I should be posting? Are there like?
And that's because you used to have a hang on it, but then now it's shifted. Like the viewer.
Well, this is like almost a third platform. We've gone through. You went through Snapchat for a couple of years, and Instagram for a couple of years, and TikTok and Instagram was stories, and then it was Reels, and now it's TikTok.
I do think like my Instagram Reels are still sitting at like 40,000 views per reel. Like I've got that. Decent. I think I've got that quite good.
Right.
But the TikToks can vary from 100,000 to 1,000.
Yeah,
and it's like, how do I get people watching, or like consistently watching it? And I've compared it to a lot of similar content, and I do think that the content's on par. So I'm just like, why is it so varied? Is it the written hooks? Is it like that Steph Cook stuff? She's at 1 million, and she's just doing quick home recipes, and to go from 0 to 1 million followers in a year, I'm like with the similar sort of food that I'm doing, she does put her face in it. Which is quite interesting because,
we're very limited. Like our audience is massively like geo-fenced to New Zealand because the products that we're selling are mostly New Zealand.
Yeah,
like, it's not an international thing. Whereas some of her audience, she might be like 20% New Zealand and 80% because it's more generic food cooking with generic ingredients.
Yeah, there was some quite interesting. I did learn a bit from Viv. So like even like putting up like a 5-second loop reel of something. It might be sauce pouring on a cheese or something, but then putting a whole recipe in the caption so that people scroll down to read the caption
and watch the
thing. In the meantime, the video plays 20 times.
And then it corrects the
so that like boosts it. And I'm like, God, I never would have thought it. Just shit like that. Like anything like that it will be helpful to me to like just try and broaden what I'm doing, I guess. Because once you get into a role of doing things, you just kind of keep doing it like that. But then you've got to just be constantly evolving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also just a bit bored of it all, to be honest. Do you know what? I am getting...
ideation strength needs variety, needs new things happening. If you were on repeat for too long. So actually that's great for you because of the ever-evolving viewing and the algorithm shifting and things. Yeah,
that's true. Maybe I just once I want to get into a rhythm of I know that I can come and cook all day and do that and that's going to work rather than I don't really like planning something out for a whole day and then doing it. No. I just want to smash it all out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I see that.
This TikTok shop will be interesting because it'll put the products in front of people. You could literally go on a live and sell the products that you're cooking with.
True.
And be like, buy this now, click on the TikTok shop, get it now, we'll ship it now. And then that content, you'll have a camera going, you'll be able to reuse that content.
Answer questions.
Voiceover.
Do you get most people seeing and liking and et cetera from New Zealand, or is it a spread?
Not on TikTok though. Yes. Yeah.
And do you want to be more internationally seen? Do you want those?
Well, yes
those
and no. It's kind of a catch-22, right? Like if we had a massive following, you'd get more views and more people would see your content, but some of it might be pointless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The only thing I've seen on TikTok that seems to get a lot of attention is those foreigners coming to New Zealand and saying
doing reviews of pies and stuff.
Yeah, and also just here's what I got up to in New Zealand, or here's what's strange about New Zealand. And I think the foreign view of New Zealand is this mystery land, way down the bottom of the world. And maybe you take an angle on the type of food you you eat here in New Zealand, rather than telling New Zealanders this is what we do.
It's interesting because we focus a lot on how to bring in other cuisines into New Zealand through our products, rather than being like, well, I guess there's a bit of both.
There's so many different things you could do. It's just, you're right, like I probably should, instead of pumping out cooking videos, like plan 2 videos a week with different angles and stuff, but it's just, I just don't have it in me to like.
Yeah, because discipline's at number 34. Making a plan does not work.
Yeah, I just want to cook all day. That's all I want to
do.
Yeah, when we try to slow you down at a photo shoot, hey, it just does not work.
Is the extreme opposite true for you? Like, do you have a preference if it was possible? Let's just imagine if it was possible to wake up every morning, you didn't know what was happening today and somebody just told you, versus everything being planned out, which is the other end of the spectrum. Would you kind of just thrive in like knowing it's under control, but just getting told, okay, you're going to Sydney today. You're doing this.
Nah, sure. I don't like being told what to do. Like I really.
If you tell Sheree what to do, she'll do the opposite.
I think one of the most important things for me is freedom to choose. Yeah.
If you've got to make a decision, you have to trick Sheree into thinking that it was her idea.
What about just like if you knew it was under control, you just lived a life of making a decision today? If everything else was under control, would you rather live in a world where you could just
choose
wake
today?
up and choose
100%, yeah, totally. You need to be able to like do where the mood takes you.
Because the only plans you make is probably because like otherwise your kids are going to die if you haven't thought about what they're going to eat tomorrow.
Yeah, but even that, like, I just do that, when I get home and it's like, what's in the fridge? I'll make what's like, I'll never be able to follow like a meal plan
so
or
like your preferences just
on the fly. Yeah, but it's good to have. It's like those adaptability, the river with no riverbanks.
Yeah, follow.
It's good to have some
urgencies.
Some guards
up sometimes. Yeah,
bumpers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I think I need like I'm having a midlife crisis.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think I am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I just like.
How old are you? What's
I'm 35.
Yeah, okay.
It's about bang on, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need like a red MX-5 to drive around?
No.
You gotta get your motorbike license?
No, I don't know. I want to go and live overseas for like 3 months.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why not?
It'd be nice. Kids, school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I probably could. If I figured it out, I probably could. I don't know. Either that or I really need to get stuck into some learning. I just need to like.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at going back to uni.
Oh, where?
Yeah. Like part-time, do a bit of study on the side. Yeah.
What are you going to study?
Yeah. Financial, what was it? Like to be a financial planner, to be able to teach
do
people
better
like
budgeting and stuff.
Investment planning and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is interesting.
Who are you going to teach? You could teach me.
Well, yeah, I was like, Sheree sometimes listens to me.
Financial planning is in like investments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like stocks and
just like anything. It could be.
Oh, you're going to be like looking for a man in finance. Just fun. 65 blue eyes. Right, yeah.
I am.
But you're cold, I can see
I just want to be the target of a TikTok song.
Yes, you do. You can wear a suit. Interesting.
Yeah, but that's a game that the people that know it like have such an advantage, eh?
Well, and it's like it'd be so because you could be like a mortgage broker on the side or an investment broker on the side, and it would take like no time at all. I reckon. I don't know. But it'd be more for fun, and it'd be more for my own, or like a mortgage broker.
Are you investing at the moment?
Yep.
Do you own shares and things like that?
Yeah.
Dabble.
Just
like
through
on Sharesies and things?
Sharesies, yeah. But I've done that for like 6 years. As soon as Sharesies came out, Dad and I were onto it.
Have you seen results or?
Oh, I've definitely failed on some
some
stuff. I've definitely won on other stuff.
And how do you choose which ones to
I just
Put your money
go.
on.
I went and bought a pair of Crocs, and I was like, Crocs are cool. I wonder if they're on Sharesies. And then so I invested in Crocs.
Their shares must have quadrupled a billion times.
I was a bit late to that trend, but they have gone up. And then other stuff, like you see New Zealand local businesses that are doing well and have been doing well for ages. And so I put money into it, like Main Freight and stuff like that. That does good.
Do you know what? We should start a new business. Let's just start a new business. That's what's wrong. It's just come to me. Mm-hmm. We need a new business.
We haven't started a new
business. This is a strengths conversation, eh?
Is it?
This right here is you trying to feed a strength via like, I need variety, I need a new experience, but does it have to be living overseas, or does it have to you start with what does the strength need? Why is it hangry right now? And then how can you feed it?
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Imagine that if they found out a way to like just shut off your naturally occurring patterns.
Do you know? But like, I'm quite interested in
antidepressants?
Yeah, sure. Just numb me. Yeah.
If I went on Ozempic, and would you? Because they reckon it makes you stop thinking about food. Like, I'd be good at nothing.
Yeah, we really want the owner of Pepper and Me to stop thinking about food. Eh?
I literally want to try it. And
why have we not come up with any more products?
Who am I without food?
You know what I've genuinely been stressing out?
Nothing.
About?
A swimming pool.
A swimming pool? Is that your identity? Food in a swimming pool?
It was my last summer's hyperfixation project.
Yeah.
Now, who am I? Who would I be? Maybe I should find out.
Yeah, just what's the next thing?
Maybe you should COVID.
Can't you?
And like it's starting to stress me out. Because I'm like, we're doing all this recipe testing and tasting and stuff, and I'm like, actually like can't even smell. So
it'll come back. It's only been a month.
That would affect your taste too, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I know.
Okay.
So yeah, trust funds and finance is my backup.
You're moving into finance.
Not quite, but interesting, eh?
I want to. Anyway. Do you know what I'm really into? The walking the length of the.
Oh, Te Araroa?
Yeah, or the one in America, the PCP.
Oh, yes.
Pacific Crest Trail, PCT.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've been watching on TikTok.
How long does it take?
It takes like 3-4 months.
Jeepers.
Yeah, and you go from Mexico to Canada.
What's the one in Europe, like in Spain and stuff that they walk?
That sounds nicer.
Yeah, I think it's shorter, but still a decent walk. But.
Yeah. New Zealand would just be so cold and wet.
Yeah.
Like that's the only part when I watch the wet and I'm like,
guaranteed you're going to have rain.
I couldn't walk for days in the storm. Like, but I love following their daily. They do a daily vlog, most of them, and then there's all these like trail angels who come and pick them up, and they often get a bed, and then they do their restocks in each town, and they've shipped stuff to themselves, and then they have to change their shoes like every month. They need a new pair of shoes, and then if they know they're coming up to the snow bit, they have to go get the snow gear shipped to that part, and then it's just a fascinating watch.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I've been very interested in it. I just love to do something like that. Would be so cool.
Midlife crisis, hey?
It sounds like it, eh? I feel like the new business is the way forward for me. And I have got a few ideas. I thought I might start a little business with Pepper.
Yeah.
So we're going to sell porridge.
Oh, is this why you've bought 4,000 women porridge bowls and porridge?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Cam's doing the branding. We're going to start a little porridge business at the markets, okay? Because porridge costs nothing to make. Nothing. Bag of oats, water, bit of baker's blend, and then you're just going to have all the bougie bits. So we're going to do like banoffee, with like caramel, cookie crumble, banana, caramel whipped cream. And then like I'm going to do a rhubarb compote one with like vanilla bean, like bougie porridge.
Kids would love that too.
Yeah,
like what can I put on my porridge this morning?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sell it at the markets.
It's for the parents sitting there, though, watching the soccer games, isn't it?
Well, the parents are going to pay like $15 for the bougie one, and I'll just do like an $8 bowl for the kids with a spoon of brown sugar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah. The problem is...
Still food, but
real cold. It's real cold in the morning, and it's actually not for me. It's so cold.
So poor Pepper is just going to be out there on her bike.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the logistics. I was like, maybe we start this weekend because I thought we'd do it at Little Big Markets. Little Big Market, there is not one person selling a breakfast food in the morning at the markets.
Oh,
you can get like a sausage,
they start in the morning.
hot chips. I was like, it's freezing. Why is there no one doing a breakfast food?
Porridge does warm you up.
I do like the idea of
look,
choose your toppings for a porridge.
Yeah,
it's
and
great.
you make it look like so incredible. You get some like edible flowers.
Could we choose the type of bowl as well? Can I get a selection on the bowl?
Like size or
just
style?
The style of the bowl.
No, it's like a compostable bowl.
Okay. Right. Yeah. All right. That's fair enough.
And then
at the end of your oats, it tastes like paper.
Little pour a bottle of cream.
To leak down.
Well, you can't have plastic, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Anyway, so yeah, that's underway. So I'll probably tinker away with that for a little while.
Hot porridge on a cold morning.
It's
great.
It's great, eh? Warm berries and whipped cream and like.
You know, you can put layers on, eh? Like you can put thermals on. And
I went to the Matariki thing at the school this morning, 6 a.m.
Oi.
Awful. Cold.
It was cold last night. It was like 3 degrees or something overnight.
And we listened to the porphyry, we did the blessing, did the stars, all the thing, sung the songs. It's just cold. I just don't like cold. It's really not for me. It's really not.
Okay.
I like
into that idea and then
right out of it.
You know what? I'm gonna set it up. We need to have a dabble. I've bought the equipment. I'm committed because my longer term idea, is so you do porridge in the morning, you have a truck, and then in the night you do soup in a bread bowl. So you get your bread, hollow it out, have a beautiful cup of seafood. Like do 3 different flavors of soup. So you're not doing any cooking, like. At your truck live, you've already got it ready, and then you just have your beautiful hot soup, bread bowl. Yum.
Done.
Yum. Maybe
peas porridge hot. What's the name of it?
I don't know. I was going to call it un-PC porridge, like pepper and cherries porridge, PC, but it's going to be un-PC because everyone thinks porridge is healthy, but it's like not going. It's going to be a dessert, basically.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's going to be like
cream and.
Well, you could make it healthy. You just have porridge with, I don't know, like Campbell puts protein powder and whatnot in his porridge. Yeah. So he's going to make me a design. We need to do the menu. Yeah, I actually need to stick with this, and then I will move on to my next idea after this.
That's where you thrive, right? Right at that start
just
of
ideas.
The project and then end on the rest.
Yeah. I actually should just make a website and I'll sell business concepts to people. And I'll like start developing them to a point where I'm like, there's your supplier, there's your costings, there's your idea, here's your branding colours, and then I'll tap out.
Right.
And maybe I won't even charge them. I'll just take 20% of the company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
She is, yeah.
Yes.
That's the deal.
That's the deal because a lot of people have actual skills and knowledge but no ideas.
Scary bit would be handing it over to someone else though, eh?
Oh, well, yeah, you got to match the right person with the right
Are you just
business.
the dragon's den? Almost?
No, because they have their own ideas. They've got money. I've got no money.
You got a pool though.
I've got a pool, no money.
Orange.
Big old debt. Yeah, I need someone to come back so I can join my pool.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, right. Should we go?
Do you have anything else, Josh?
I'm good. Thank you for having me once again.
Where can people find you if they want to learn more about strength and what you do? You do stuff everywhere,
easiest
right?
one is Instagram, YellowUmbrella NZ or Josh Cox _coach.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just search my name on LinkedIn.
But you're not locked into Tauranga, are you?
I'm all over the place.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I'm all over the place. Last month was, went through the Waikato, went up to Middlewai, went down to Queenstown.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so,
nice.
Yep, that we jump around a bit.
Cool. We'll put links and whatnot in the all of the things, so that's cool. Nice.
It's an incredible tool for all businesses to use if you want to get the best out of your team, for sure.
Isn't it great?
It's an amazing tool to have, and it's really positive and it's great for team building and it can actually like transform your frustrations with staff into being like, oh, they need something
light bulb moments,
very simple
Yeah.
from me to thrive, or maybe they're in the wrong department because their strengths don't suit that. Yeah, we've had some real light bulb moments using the strengths, and it helps you understand yourself. It's a great tool. Highly recommend.
Yeah, it's one of those things, once you learn, you don't unlearn it, eh? Like you just go, oh, actually, there it is. So I get it.
Yeah.
I want more people to have that in their toolbox, right? Like, I feel sorry for people that don't, because they're missing out on something that's so great.
Yeah.
And that's the most common kind of feedback we get is, this has really made a difference to me understanding myself and my team and where I place people. It's actually in general just helps all relationships, like helps you understand people in all aspects. You know? One of the reasons why I love it is it's diverse in its application too, right? It doesn't just do one thing. We can talk about well-being, because if you feed your strengths in a job that you love, you're thriving, you're contributing at a higher level. We can talk about using it in recruitment or other touch points in employment and business. You can use it in conflict resolution, because you're starting to see where that other person's coming from. Strengths-based partnerships, strengths-based teams.
Even you made Matt do it, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And he, I think Arranger was his number one.
Interesting.
Oh, you should send me his top 5. I'll send you a bring need sheet.
Yeah, perfect. And he had responsibility was maybe number 2, which was like, that made a lot of sense. The Arranger was really interesting. Like, you can see that in his job as a sales rep, so he's got to visit, like, I don't know, or phone 800 customers in an 8-week cycle or whatever, and like him arranging where to go and like what places to be and how you can sort of like, I think that does fulfill.
Yeah, perfect. And there's even a book called Strengths-Based Selling.
Yeah.
I can give it to him actually, because I've got multiple copies, because I buy them and steal the codes out of them. But, because it's cheaper to buy the book than the code. But yeah, I could give him a strengths-based selling. That whole concept of like sell from your strengths. Don't try and be someone else.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing we get tricked into.
Not many people, and intellection.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think we've only got one person in the team with intellection in their top 5.
Futuristic is massive for him. He's like always looking like that's one of my last.
One of your last.
Yeah, I actually really struggle to look to the future.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to put him on the spot with stuff. But intellection wants to be articulate. It wants time to think and be like, and simplify the complex to come out with the right answer.
Yeah.
Like, you almost have to encourage intellection to be okay with a draft response, because they're drafting in their head the whole time. And so like, you should test it. Tell him this morning, hey, tonight I want to talk to you about this, or I need this answer, and then leave it and let that go around in his head for a bit. You'll probably get a clearer answer later.
Interesting.
Set them up. I just did that with a client. I know they have like these thinking strengths, and they're calling me tomorrow to give me an update on the coaching actions we've landed on. But today I was like, I need to not do adaptability and just jump in with her and just give her a question on the spot. I'm sending her the questions today so she can just simmer on that a bit, and then it'll be far more articulate.
Yeah, I don't know much about intellection actually as a strength. That'll be an interesting one.
Well, intellection, if you, you know how we ask people, how are you? And people go, good. Well, intellection generally is kind of like, well, I'm good, but have you got 17 minutes? Because I can tell you, like, this is happening and that is happening.
Could it be
and
overthinking?
Yeah. Well, that's
everything.
That's intellection turned up too loud.
Yeah.
Turned up too loud. It says, if only I could think about it for another hour, it would be way better.
Yeah.
And that just keeps rolling. It's not an executing strength, but it's very like intelligent in terms of like coming up with articulation and kind of processing lots of disparate information and making sense of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Love it. Love the strengths. All right. Thanks very much, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good week, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the products that we're talking about, you'll find us at pepperandme.co.nz.